Is it bad that I see a red black land and just want to scoop? Yeah, this deck is a pretty miserable match, family. That's two creatures in our graveyard. 46 more to go. Thanks for the auto host boot to the head. Boots it to the head. Kill it, please? That's not killing it. Hello. So we have two in already? Why, yes. Good gush. Guess we don't want him, and we can cast this next turn, so. Ocean Man is auto hosting me for 7. All the auto host. Appreciate it from both of you two. Glory! He did not exert either. That's probably not good for me. I'm assuming he's in a braid deck, so like. I'm just trying to minor race him, I guess. I don't really know how to. I guess this puts us in a spot to where if we draw another angel, we're okay. Okay, that's removal spell. Oh, and he's still attacking. Interesting. This is 7. And we get to draw. And we get to discard. Rip. Well, there's 5 cards in our graveyard. So if he doesn't have an abrade, things happen. Thank you as well for the auto host, Bronson. I appreciate it. Appreciating it is what I do. So Goblin Dark Dwellers, kill one of my things. Then you have a good blocker. So one, sure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. Alright, well, I guess we'll start with this part. Sure, we'll get the one out of the graveyard, actually, because we can just draw that one next turn and cast it. And let's see if we get to go to our draw step. Oh, we do, good lord. If he chumps, I've gotta like where we're at, right? So we'll take this one in case he has a removal spell. In case he like top decks and a braid for that, and like I don't know, has like a never for that or something. Hello, Mr. Tomo999. How are you? Testing 12123 4599321. Tomo. Doesn't have the follow to speak clause, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was too loud, so I tried to move my. I listened to one of my replays earlier, and I thought I was just way too loud, so I was trying to move my mic away from me some. Is this any better at all? Is there really who? I don't even know who does that. So this match is very, 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 very much hard. Alright, so it's fine now. It doesn't sound weird or anything, because it kind of sounds weird to me when I talk. I don't know. Sounds real weird to me when I talk. So opponent's playing the red black control deck. Yeah, I'm from Eastern Kentucky. I'm from the redneckiest of places that you can find. Our opponent's playing a deck that has Transgress, it has Doomfall, it has a Braid, and it has Goblin Dark Dwellers, and it might even have Release the Gremlins. So it's exceptionally hard for us to get any of our combo things going on versus him. This is a very hard match. That's fair. Yeah, a lot of people comment on the old comment on my old what do you call it? On my old accent. Yeah, you can post anything you want as long as it's like not porn or like hateful. You know, I'm not into like the hate speech and stuff. Don't kill little minister. Little minister's my bae. Come back, little Minister Bay. What do we got? We'll take you. So, argument that I should have took the Deccan Stone. What do we got here? Let's throw that back up over there. Let's throw this down here. A Silent Visitor is a wizard. I did not know. A Naga Wizard. Oh, that's the cool one that flips, right? Dream Stealer. Did not know he's a wizard, and that card is very, very good. Big fan of Dream Wizard. Just in general, as a card, as everything. Dream Wizard brings all the boys to somewhat of a yard. She says it's been working fine, but not great. That's fair. That's how I would describe the deck I'm playing. Like, it's doing things, but it's not doing a lot of things. I wish I could hear my music. There we go. Goodbye, Refurbish. We will miss thee. You were my favorite, Refurbish. My favorite Refurbish of them all. Been playing Modern more anyway. Playing a... That could work. You using like Graf's Messenger and stuff to kill it? Or to like kill with it? Giraf's Messenger maybe? I don't know what it's pronounced. I can't pronounce things at all. So I got absolutely wrecked on stream earlier. Hence the bonus stream. I think I went 2-8 earlier tonight. No, I went 3-8. Goodbye, little minister. You will be somewhat missed. You honestly won't be missed that much. Onward, champion of wits. Go bring us damages. Lost Order Master. Oh, just cheating more enchantments. Cool. I saw a Esper build of that was playing Zur to get more enchantments. Thought it was all sorts of neat. So I could just have like, I don't know. Just hoping this champion of wits is everything that we want. What's in our graveyard? Two creatures in the graveyard. Oh, trying to stay away from Zur. Fair enough. You people. You people, and you're staying away from cards. Would like to hit a land here. We'll go ahead and play this. Well, I guess I'm not going to go ahead and play that now. I'm going to play this now. Sack it for another clue, see if we hit the land. Rip. No land for us, fams. What do we have in our graveyard? We do have a God's Gift. Man, we don't have anything we want to get back with the God's Gift, though, so... Gonna play this thing, see if we can get us a removal spell out of his hand. We're gonna make it. We're gonna get servos because the odds of this surviving seem unlikely. Servos. So the card does when dies, if it had no time counters on it, you may search your library for an enchantment. If he does. Ooh, Debitor's Mail. I remember that card, and I remember Dovescape. Not actually sure what Overwhelming Splendor is, though. Oh, Overwhelming Splendor's the new one that makes everything 1/1, right? Sounds like you got something spicy going on, man. You have something spicy going on. Alright, so he's got a little gifted Etherborn. Four. Just keep doing what we're doing. Give him something to use our artifact removal spell on and try to attack him for 6. Actually showing him the gate to try to dissuade him from using an abrade. Well, never mind. Seems like he didn't have an abrade anyway. If he taps out for like an hours of devastation or whatever, we still have this refurbished that can win. And we have the gate to the afterlife both. So it's looking pretty good for us. I think opponent just drew very poorly this game. I still feel like this is a pretty good match for them, but yeah, sometimes you draw like that, for example. I still net damage if I attack. Alright, well, it's time to try this now. If he has nothing, we win. If he has something, he probably blocks this and still takes a -1 damage and lets us be able to buy that back on the following turn. Or he could just not have had anything. Hey, Scooter, how you doing? You didn't use a braid at the right time, friend. That's not good for you. Opponent didn't use a braid at the right time. I think we were in pretty good shape that game anyway, because we had this for a backup. How does plus Willie on? Then on your turn. Alright. You play Angel of Intervention's work now? The Fraben will become a -1/1, and the Fraben will push him back up to a 1 or to a 0/2, I think. Is that right? Yeah. It'll be a 0/2, I believe. So he basically gets -1, -1? Wait. -1, -0. Yeah. Is that the same person we just played? No, that's not. I've played this person at some point tonight. I think what you're talking about only works when canceling out counters. I don't think it works when just like giving things something till end of turn. I think if we were putting negative counters on it, it would work somehow. I don't know. I don't really keep up with the rules, but that's how it works on Moto, so I don't actually read the rules, but that's definitely how it works on Moto. Yeah, so we're probably pretty dead. What's HOF, Ace? I'm not sure what HOF means. What's the new rules change? I didn't see it. Oh, sure, sure. You need to ship me your list. If I can gather the cards, I'll try to stream it tomorrow. I don't know if I can acquire the cards though, so we're definitely gonna try to save our dude. He's too good not to try to save. Yes. Well, those two cards can go bye bye. Hmm. Well, I don't really even have anything to get back. I guess it's worth it. It's better to do it on the following turn, I think. If I do it on the following turn, I can play around Sensor and stop him from glimmering for a turn. I don't really want to discard the farmland yet because buying back the Champion of Wits might be what we do. I have not sold my Champions IRL. Really, before the PT? I was thinking I was going to sell them after day one of the PT. You've not have you made any changes since then? My stomach is crushing me, by the way. This might be an actual short stream. I think I'm a little sick. Just ate some weird chicken and it's not setting well. Rip has the braid. I'm a little afraid to try to pull it up on screen because there's no telling what kind of porn will fall out of my bookmark. There is no telling what porn we find if we try that. I am known to be a pervert. You have to be a pervert if you're from Eastern Kentucky, though. So Supreme Will. Okay, gotcha. Well, I guess I'm going to attack with both. I don't care if he kills my champion because we're only one turn away from being able to do things. I also don't think he'll attempt to block in this spot because there's no telling what I might resolve post combat. Um, we are in the Bible Belt technically, but I live in a town where you have to drive like you can't buy alcohol on the weekends. You can only buy alcohol in the major city in the area. You can't buy it in any of the little side cities. play this pre-combat. Just in case. He wants to kill something, I get a scry. Again, I don't care if this dies, because if this dies, we get to a point at some point where we try to eternalize it. But also, if it dies, he's not casting things like this. And I don't think he's going to block in general. Uh-oh. Well, I'd say things just got a lot harder for me. Sure. I made a play mistake there. I should have sacrificed that. If I sacrificed it, I got to do one loot, and I got to put. Well, maybe I shouldn't have. All right. We'll take the draw step. We have a creature in play that's doing God's work, so we'll take the draw step. Speaking of doing God's work, get on in there, Mausoleum Wanderer. Wanderer? I think that's a word. So he's already used the disallow. They typically only play one. I think they should be playing more than one, but what do I know? I'm just a humble redneck. I'll discard those two and just play this. I'll check it out in 1 second. We'll keep the refurbish. Gives himself a counterspell in the following turn, which makes it harder for him to do other things as well. I want a logic knot, man. Pull for 2. He's got a discard 1. He left 1 mana up. I guess he's got a second magma spray then? I don't know why he left a 1 mana up then. Like the Mormon tried to outlaw porn in some area in Utah and didn't fly off to ISPSs. I like the conversations that's going on here. So he could easily have Gearhulk. What do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 things in our graveyard? Alright, 4 things in our graveyard. We have about 1,000,000 things now. So he's got a Gearhulk and I guess a Disallow. Could also got the Braid. That's fine. Attack for 1. I think this game's probably going pretty far downhill. It's hard for me to imagine that he doesn't have something. Hour of Devastation. Go ahead and make him pay the extra mana. He did not pay the extra mana. Wow. Let's try to run him out of everything we can. Another disallow. Okay. Well, I'm glad we didn't go for the refurbish. I have like 52 out of 75 Grixis Shadow in front of me right now. I sleeved up Grixis Shadow and it did not go well for me in my testing. So we can survive one more turn. I guess if that resolves, we get another turn. I guess we should just go for the kill here then. It is in fact nuts, but I wasn't a good enough player to play it, I don't think. So he got another Abrade? Not another Abrade this time. Oh, he's got about 1,000,000 energy. This deck's actually been very, very medium for me. I want to take the Fraven Inspector, I guess, to draw a card. Alright, well, he just didn't have anything. Yeah, the Fraven Inspector to draw a card. Yeah, I gotta imagine that Death Shadow is on the chopping block now that they added Modern back to the PT. It's not really been consistency issues. It generally always does its things. It's speed issues, like the mono red decks and like the Pummeler decks, all and the ramp decks. They're all just fast enough to beat you. It's really good versus the dirtly decks. Like it's pretty good versus blue red, even though you would imagine that it's not. It's pretty good versus like blue white monument. It's pretty good versus black greens. Okay versus teamer. It seems like it's really good at beating the mid range decks. I have no idea either, Scooter, and it beyond annoys me. I am an avid fan of. I think modern is extremely fun to play, but I don't want to have to play modern in a super competitive setting. And on top of that, I think anytime they have modern PTs, it causes them to make modern cards need to be banned, which in thusly makes modern less fun because you're losing some of your favorite decks. Modern will be fine. I think they just banned Death Shadow. Just no reason to play any other decks than Death Shadow. Oh, is it? Thank you very much. I didn't know. Sorry about that. We'll fix it right now. I appreciate the heads up, man. I cut Void Winnower from the deck trying to improve the mono red match. Spoiler: what I did to fix the mono red match did not fix it. There we go. Thanks for the heads up, man. No, I think Affinity is good versus Death Shadow. So we definitely want the dispels here, and I think we need more or less of these little dirtly cards. We don't really need things like this. We need the Declaration and Stones to beat Thing in the Ass. Um, like these gates just don't seem very good. They're okay though. What do we got here? So you're that confident in the one side? That's rough, man. I don't even know if Grixis Shadow is the best Shadow build now. I actually think the Jun Shadow is a lot better than it used to be. I think Claim and Fame helped the Jun Shadows more than it did the other. Same about Death Shadows if you become. I don't think it does. But what do I know? Because of this card right here. We can't really beat this card right here. When you give him all the time in the world, this thing right here just crushes us. Like, thing in the ice, too strong. I like how, by the way, that you ask that question and then he plays it and I don't look dumb. Yay. So I didn't cast the deck in the stone last turn because I was trying to give my opponent an opportunity to play a second one, but I'll go ahead and kill it now. And we do have Dispel back up for it. Hopefully he doesn't also have a Dispel. If he also has a Dispel, I get thusly punished. But I was being plain greedy there and trying to get 2 hits. And that's a good point, gaming. I actually think they could. I was trying to think of matches that I don't bring them in, and there's not very many. There's especially not very many popular matches that I don't. I haven't considered it, but I had an opponent play against it, or I had a mirror match opponent who did have them, and they seemed pretty fantastic. There's a refurbish. I'll go ahead and play this. That's fair. Who plays Fatal Pushes anymore? Alright. Best card in deck, Glimmer of Genius. Ooh, Fatal Pushes. Who does that? Oh wow, he glimmered, put one on top, one on the bottom, still didn't get there. So I guess the one he put on top has to be another draw two? Or maybe even a braid? We know, Ace. We know you're what they call picky in the business. Play this thing first. People are seeing the light. Poor Ginger. You ruined poor Ginger. What all do you sideboard them in versus? I haven't been sideboarding in Void versus anything but Ramp, which is why I cut it. Am I just underrating Void? Does it come in versus more decks than that? How many creatures do we have? We have a solid 1, baby. It's not like I didn't try other decks. They just sucked. Alright, well, to battle we go. I pretty much think this card right here makes blue-red just suck. The Champion of Wits are so good. He may have disallow, that's fine. Jabberwocky does, though, and Jabberwocky's a smart cat. Jabberwocky is a smart cookie. Is he off it, or is he just testing a variety of decks because of the PT? How does he cast a Supreme Will and still just not have a counterspell here? It blows minds. Alright, well, we'll just keep doing this stuff then, all day long. Probably gonna sack both of my rivulets at the end of turn or something and try to actually get a thing into play now. Sure, don't care about your glamour. Please take all your comments back. He still doesn't have a second red. Alright, what do we got? We've got one creature in our graveyard. Yes. We have two creatures in our graveyard. One, two, three, four creatures in our graveyard? Didn't get there. Five, six. Did get there. Whoop. Hold on. Cancel. Just in case. Sack this thing. Yes. Get the one from our gray. And we get the one from in play. Or from our library so we don't have to draw it again. Dispel. And if all he has is a disallow or a supreme verdict or supreme will, he's dead. If he's got a negate or dispel, he's not dead. That's fine. Still taking a fairly big hit of damage. We still have this refurbish if he clears the board. The boat brew of the format. I just need to go back to Pummeler and pray to God that I never get paired versus mono red ever. Alright. Well, we won a round. We won 2 rounds. It's been so long since we played round 1, I didn't even remember round 2. This is the 3rd league of the day, and these 2 wins are double the wins I previously had. Alright. Let me see if I'm smart enough to do this. So it should have went blank for a second, but you should still be able to hear me. And we're going to check for something. We're looking for something here. Alright, I think I found it. And the monitors should be back. Sorry about that. I only have 1 monitor, so... Is this your deck, Ace? Copy it and give it to you here. Is this your deck, Ace? Double Effer Spear Harvester? Do you even need Harvester anymore? Like, you beat Mono Red without Harvester, right? I guess Harvester makes Mono Red very easy. Double Sky Sovereign? Doesn't feel like it's the right meta for that either. So this is, I believe this is your deck. I won't swear. Yeah, this is your deck. It says Ace at the top. So what kind of changes did we make? Anyway, yes. What do we got here? A very unreasonable hand. another unreasonable hand. Dream Stealers is one of the things that makes me want to play the deck. Dream Stealers just seem incredibly good to me. Mulligan. Alright, well, I guess we're keeping this one. We need the white mana, so we'll keep the white mana. I got a Doomfall, Dream Stealer, and a Boat for 3 Dissenter's Deliverance in the side. What are we playing versus? Sundering Growth. Oh, rip. We don't beat this match. Alright, let's start with this. Well, I guess we'll take this. Yeah, I definitely wanted a third Rish. See if he gives it trample. If he gives it trample. I guess I'm willing to block. Makes him waste a pump spell and time walks his turn. Because we only have 2 cards in our graveyard, and I don't think we have a lot of time. And I think our only way to really beat that type of deck is a. I don't know, maybe we should have took it. What do we have here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we still just don't have the cards. They don't have a lot of removal spells either, so like the Angels pretty incredible versus them. Like most of their decks only play 1 or 2 Harness Lightning's main. I'm definitely going to be greedy. It's definitely going to be a 4/3. And if he has a second removal, he just has a second removal. It's pretty unlikely that he has a second removal, but you guys see how my luck is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was the 6th creature, so. He's not been using his energy, so this is definitely going to be a pummeler turn, and a pummeler turn is going to be a game over turn. Alright. I don't know if 2 turns is even fast enough, though. Alright, so that's the game. Can't beat Pummeler. Can't ever beat Pummeler. It actually does help versus this one a little bit. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't help versus it a lot. It doesn't help versus it a lot. Shoot. Sideboard Solemnity if you really care. No, I don't care. Pummeler's not a large enough percentage of the meta until it breaks out at the PT. Let me copy and paste this. Paste. We'll get back to you later. Throw the dono thing back up. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Down you go. That's the right one. Anyway, so we'll play first. Haze of Pollen does in fact sound like gas. Is it bad that I think this is kind of a keep? It's not good enough, I guess. Well, this hand's better than the other hand. Oh, we'll keep it. It's better than the other hand. Get flinged, friend. So we draw runner, runner, land. We probably have a good chance this time. Guess what that is? That is not a runner, runner, land. Go ahead and mill ourselves so we can press F6. Obviously hit a land with the mill. Rip. And 23 lands. We had a good chance to draw one over 2 draw steps. I don't think this card's very good in that deck. Monument's your best match, and you don't need this card versus anything besides Monument. So what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3 creatures in our graveyard. Yes, there's some percentage chance. Bristling Hydra. Hello, fam. And just so I can F6. This gives me the best chance of hitting a land. Alright, missed the land even with the strategics, and we're done. What would you use it versus? I don't lose with the blue-white monument deck unless they're like playing a million board wipes or unless they're like pummeling me for like a million. I guess it'd be okay versus Radiant Flames and Chandras and stuff, but not particularly worried about those decks. Alright, well, this hand's much better than everything we just saw, even though this hand looks like it's close to unplayable. This is a friendly league, by the way. I have been beaten into submission and I'm playing a friendly league. Snap block if given the opportunity. Oh, let's see if we get a land, friends. This is our worst match. I didn't even have a... He's attacking for 9 next turn, or sorry, attacking for 12 next turn. 7 of it tramples, and I don't even have a third land. That didn't feel like premature to me at all. That felt like the game was over. I mean, I guess technically I could have drawn a Declaration of Stone on the very next draw step and him not play a spell the rest of the game. Other than that, I don't know how I would ever win it. No Skyship Captain, please. Thank you. Draw. Oh god, he's playing that build of the deck. I don't like that build of the deck either. Alright. Refurbish, please? None of those things are refurbish. So I guess I discard you. I don't discard you, do I? 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. I guess I can discard you and you. Maybe be able to do some crazy blocking. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 things to die. Five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Gotcha. Yes, get the one out of our graveyard. Get Archangel, counters, bash. Wee! Wee! Hey, his stuff didn't do anything. Alright, I'm still alive then. Down to 8. And we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're lethal on board? This just makes it rudimentary, but we're already lethal. Because whatever creature we get back's a 5, so that gives us 14 attacking. I really don't like cards like this in this deck. The enchantments seem so bad versus so many decks. Like, they're bad versus any single deck that plays a swamp or a mountain. That's a hell of a lot of decks for this type of card to be very bad versus. Anyway, we stole the game versus Mono Red. Let's see if we can steal a series. Somebody told me I should be sideboarding into spells, but I just don't think they have enough things. This is one of the places where I think I fell miserably. Like, I sideboarded in this match extremely poorly. I think the deck and the stones are fine, and I think the Sun Scourge champions are fine, but I never know what to take out. Like, taking out one God-Pharaoh's gift's pretty okay. I usually just want to take out, like, these cards, but taking out these cards don't seem like they help me very much. It's like, these cards are the cards I like the least, but I feel like I don't have time to play this card either. So it's like all of this stuff seems like it's not doing much. But this is all part of my combo pack. I definitely don't want to sideboard out any of this stuff. Because all of this stuff, like, blocks some stuff. Sideboard out 2 of each and let God figure it out. This card just doesn't seem like it does a lot to me. I feel like I'm always feel like I'm always having to do something on my early turns. We'll figure out we'll try this. I've never sideboarded like this before. I normally sideboard out all the gates. This hand's good enough to try, especially when he's on a mulligan. We have something we can play on turn 1, something we can play on turn 2, something we can play on turn 3. If we draw a land at any point. We'll play the bigger one first. Could be Earth Shaking Me. That's fine. Oh, no. That card's amazing versus me. I sideboarded out 2 of them. I sideboarded out 2 of them. Basically, the only reason I think I even want refurbishing the deck is to try to get back a Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Alright. Well, I guess I'm doing this to myself this turn. Sweet. Didn't hit any lands. Artifact, creature, or land. Alright, well. Land? Sweet. Up she goes. Guess what these things are? None of these things are lands. I guess I'm going to dump you and you. It is not, but I've saw summon a few sideboards lately. I'm not impressed by the card. Like, the card just doesn't impress me. Is Cypher Worm the 7/7? The 7/7 Scry dude thingy? Alright, well, I guess we're not blocking yet again. Huh. Alright. I guess I can play this and this turn? Or I could just get rid of this. This card's a consistent problem. Alright. I'm fine getting rid of the problem card. Of course. That sounds bad. Ace says, yeah, it is bad. What you gonna do about it, buddy? Incendiary Flow. So one of my things is Ripperuno. Alright, well, I guess I can't block yet again. There's technically more blue things in my deck than white things at the moment. I'm probably keeping a land no matter what, though. Do I have a thing in my graveyard? No. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put both of you in the graveyard and play my land for the turn. Then an untapped land will get us there? Alright. Play for the untapped land, I guess. This is probably terrible, considering I could just hard cast the angel. Yeah, I can just hard cast the angel. This has to be bad. But the Mausoleum Wanderer kind of protects from removal. Rip! I just got smashed. Well. Yeah, it looks like you're right. Don't know how they have room for this in their red decks. At least if he uses it, he's missing a land. Drawing the second refurbish when we sideboarded 2 out's pretty punished as well, to be honest. Think he has to tap his stuff before I have to tap mine? Maybe not. I have a lot of good hits. I could just like draw Linvala. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No reason to play it, I guess. You gonna sacrifice the ground yet? So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 pretty good draws left in our deck. I don't even know if I've had another option. You like forcing grounds? If I just force grounds, I don't have anything to do on another turn. Guess we get rid of this thing. Alright, we can use lands and artifacts and abilities and things again, friends. Speaking of lands and artifacts and abilities and things. Alright. Well. I'm assuming at some point he has to sacrifice the ground, right? Like he's 16 cards deep and he's only got 1 land now? Here we go. This is what we wanted. And now I start attacking. I don't even know what going for the refurbished play would have done me. Possibly. When I drew the second refurbish, that's possible, but like, I only have 2 hits in the entire deck, so me milling myself doesn't necessarily even do anything. It just feels like I have an ability as long as we're playing this game. And you keep forgetting, like, he doesn't have to get rid of the grounds. He has deserts. So, like, if he just untaps and draws another land, where am I at? You know? I think it's worth doing it on this turn, simply because he's tapped out, and I no longer need to land. I may not hit, or I may hit, but I don't need to land's the big thing. I don't need to land now, and I've got my stuff on board. Going to leave the Aphrodite up. I don't need the energy, and there's a chance that I hit. And we got a 2-turn clock in the air. It's going to be hard for him to kill the Limvala because we have a Maelstrom Wanderer. So, like, he has to draw a land, have a shock, and have an incendiary flow, or a shock type effect, rather. Okay. That card proving how valuable it is. Yeah, I'm not blocking. I'm just going to try to attack for 5. Beaumont Courier? Sure. So an Angel wins, a Deck and Stone wins. Which one's that? I'm not sure I know which card that is. Well, there's a Deck and Stone, so... is it the sorcery? I would rather have Cartouche than that. I don't even want the Cartouches in the deck, so it's hard for me to say, well, we locked up a pity chest, friends. Woo! I don't even want the Cartouches in the deck, so, like, it's hard for me to want a Renegade Tactics as well. Pity chest, boys! Hype! Explain fear. Fear may refer to one of the following. Fear, the common enchantment. First printed in C, fear. What else can it do? We need to hit pretty good out of this treasure chest because we're currently down $36 on the day. As I went 1-2-0-3. Sorry, I went 1-3-0-3-2-3s in my first 3 leagues. Some of those were mono red though. Those weren't all with this deck, so. So I gotta be honest. If we get the 4-1, I'm gonna sell the chests and cut into my losses a little bit. If we get the 3-2, we're gonna open a pity chest. So if you want me to open a chest, you better hope that I'm gonna lose. Oh, for those that are new here, you should look down below. There's a link to my Twitter. And on my Twitter, every time I go live and all the deck lists I play are there. So we're playing versus Burrito92. Thank you for following, Mr. Tomo, Condracon02, J Benito 1984, Pothagast 87, Dog Yukani 82, Lear the Best, and Zbed 33. This hand's not good, but it's right above a keep. Nah, man. People like watching you open chests. Chests are too hyped. You can't get rid of chests. In all honesty, I should. I'm going broke streaming. I never open chests. Yes. I played competitive leagues yesterday. I mostly play competitive leagues. We're playing a friendly tonight because I've gotten absolutely wrecked. In my last 5 leagues, I've gone Well, sorry, my last 6 leagues I went 4-1, 2-3, 2-3, 1-3, 0-3, 2-3, and now we're in this league, the 7th league. So pretty much I'm a little low on funds right now, so that's why we're playing the pity, or that's why we're playing the baby league. A little low on funds. I think I'm below 1,000 play points again. Yeah, I'm below 1,000 play points again, so that's why we're playing the baby leagues. Maybe this will resolve? Should at least get to see what type of deck he has based on this. I am buying the cards. I do not work in real life, so I have zero money in real life, so I cannot afford a rental service. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. This is a pretty bad hand to play versus a Gearhulk deck. So you got going on here? Gideon, wow, okay. Negate into Gideon. Alright. If he doesn't have cast out, I like our odds. If he does have cast out, things are going to go badly quickly, my friends. Badly and quickly, my two favorite things. So currently we have 2 creatures in our graveyard. What's he got? So it's a Fumigate. So 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures in the graveyard then? 1, 2. Is that 6? Sure. We got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we'll put another one of those in the graveyard anyway. Still have the one for the hand. Yes. Yeah, still have one for the hand. I'm fine with that. So we get to kill Gideon. That's pretty cool. That's also one of the reasons that the deck selection's so poor in this chat. I play the same decks a lot because I can't afford to switch them up very often. Well, we have played things and we have did stuff. Guess I'm just gonna get another angel. Come on. Might have Avacyn. He could be like a blue-white flashish deck. Sure. Alright. Sure. Got me. Play this thing. Yes. I guess I'll discard this one and this one. Keep one of the angels in my hand just in case he untaps and has cast out or whatever. sure. Yes. What do we discard? Well, I don't want that, and I don't want that, I guess. So it's a Gear Hulk, I guess? Oh no, it's pull from tomorrow? Fine, fine. That's the deal with the God-Pharaoh's gift and a lot of damage in play now? Chat's getting a little bit quieter. It's getting a little late for me too, so I think my stream's going probably downhill quality wise. I don't know. It says there's 76 people here. Maybe you guys are enjoying it. I don't know. So we have 4 cards. We don't have any of the one thing. All right. Well, let's see if this resolves. Could have a disallow. I'd like to search my hand, graveyard, and library. Why, yes. We'll grab you. That's true. It's awkward to chat when watching people on a phone. Fair. Fair. I 100% agree with that. So we're going to get the little Fraben. We're going to get his little friend, Minister. So we're going to get his little friend, Minister. And we're going to attack with a lot. So if he has a Gear Hulk and he kills this, well, okay, well, he didn't have a Gear Hulk, so already ignore the first thing. Still 4, 8, 12, 16. Well, we'll sacrifice this one then. We'll play this one. Think it's safe now to put those in the graveyard? Alright. Never give up, never surrender. It's been a mix between this and mono red for a little while. I've been playing this and mono red about an even amount. If you care at all, I have you can go look at my VODs. All of the VODs are named or whatever. Or even better, you can go to my YouTube channel, which you can find on my Twitter, because I've not put it down below yet. But like all my YouTube channels, it's just these streams. It's unedited. It's nothing special. But like all the titles will tell you every deck and a link to all the deck lists in the description that are played on those days. The YouTube channels are unfortunately 24 hours delayed though, because when you get this little stupid sub button up here, that's something you have to agree to. So yeah, I think the spells are fun. Is there a deck list for your mono red? I've only been streaming for a little while, but this link will link you to all the deck lists I played and the last 2 mono red lists I played. The most recent one on there I've not did very well with. The first one on there I went 8-2 with, and the previous one to that I think I went 8-2 with as well. But yeah, or you can just go to my Twitter and look at the last ones. It's whatever. I don't think that they play Thing in the Ash usually, so that's usually not particularly good versus them. Um, Believe it or not, I just don't think the Gear Hulks are super good here, but he did show us Gideon, so maybe I won't. The link doesn't work. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll just go get it for you then. This is the last one I played. What do we got here? I've got a standard tournament tomorrow night, trying to decide between green, black, blue get-frog and this blue-white nonsense. Um, this blue-white nonsense is pretty strong. If there's not a lot of pummeler decks and a lot of not a lot of mono red decks in your metagame, this deck probably will overperform. It'll probably do very, very well. However, if those things are in your metagame, it probably won't do well. I do think this deck is going to be exceptionally slow to play in real life. Like, I wonder if I'm going to be able to finish rounds with it. Especially like versus monument decks and other blue Gearhulk decks. But this hand's fine. My biggest problem with this deck is I'm really not smart enough to sideboard with it. If I was more confident with my sideboarding of this deck, I'd be a lot more apt to suggest it to people and things of that nature. But I am just not confident with my sideboarding at all. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to play it in that middle. I probably wouldn't want to play it there. Well, you're going to have to draw some lands. Hey Ace, are you still around, Ace? If so, how does your deck do versus the blue-red Eldrazi deck? And do you think that blue-red Eldrazi deck's any good? I don't think there's any reason for me to try to rush this thing out. I only hit 2 creatures anyway. I think I said blue-red thing when I meant to say I don't think there's any reason for me to try to rush this gate out. There's a champion of wits. Just need to start making land drops now and then we'll feel pretty confident. I'm willing to play the gate now that we have a Dispel. If he counters it, that's fine. I'll probably protect it. If he doesn't counter it, I can protect from a Glimmer. He missed a land drop, so ain't no telling what he'll do. It's only 4 creatures in our graveyard, though, so maybe he won't care. At least this league was more competitive, even if I did have to go play in the kiddie leagues. He says negate. We'll try to dispel. Could have a sensor or something, but that's fine. Rip. Well, at least he didn't play a draw 2. He hit his land. So now it's kind of just like a race to lands for both of us. I actually do have a Pharaoh in my graveyard. So that's pretty nice. When we draw a land, we'll get to try to play this refurbish. We're not gonna play it into him having 5 mana. I misclicked. I should have been attacking for another point of damage. Rip. We'll go ahead and get this on the table now, even though we can't protect it. Well, that's bad for us. Now that we know he has these brought in, we'll bring in Declaration Stones for game 3. What do we got? Anything in our graveyard that we want to get? Not really. And we missed lands again. At least the 1 point of damage isn't going to matter. I have 4 lands, it doesn't seem like it's going to matter at all. Could have a Gearhulk, but so the best draw on my deck right now is probably an Effort Hub. Very likely an Effort Hub anyway. That's close to an Effort Hub. I guess it's better to do this turn because we could untap and have 6 mana for the following turn. We don't have 5 things, but that's okay. He uses a Gearhulk. We can dispel it and at least resolve our thing. Him having 5 cards in hand, though, I think this is going to be pretty difficult. He may cast some kind of answer on this turn. It's just got another angel. Just fine. If he doesn't have a negate or anything, we're not in bad shape. Oh, well, we hit our land, so. Oh, does he have another negate? He did not have a negate. But that worked out well. Could have Glare. I could have played around Blessed Alliance and attacked with a Fraven Inspector as well, which is something I will do on the following turn. Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Now that seems like something I'm in the market to play, doesn't it? He kind of has to counterspell this, doesn't he? To get one of these things back if it resolves. If it doesn't resolve, so he's going to draw 2 cards. This may resolve. Yeah, it will, because I'll be having a second God-Pharaoh if it resolves. I keep you and you. He'll be able to rebuy one of those, and that'll suck for me, but he actually gave me the God-Pharaoh? Alright, well, let's see what happens here. We're going to start with the Angel. Get +1/+1 counters. And then we're going to get the Champion of Wits. And we're going to mill ourselves 5 cards. So we're going to put this in the graveyard for sure. And there's no other champion in the graveyard, so I guess I'm going to hold one of those just in case. Go ahead and get this on the table while we can. So he's going to buy his thing back. And I guess I can't attack. I still have to attack, right? So that's 2. Need to find a way to put this in my graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So I can use the rivers on myself if I want to try to find a champion to try to get back a second Angel of Invention. I guess that's my play. Yeah, we have a lot of attacking things on the following turn. Trying to find the best way to actually gain life on the following turn. That Cataclysmic Gearhulk was pretty decent, friends. It was all sorts of decent. Why did he give me back the gate? Or why did he give me back the God-Pharaoh's gift instead of the gate? Alright, so he's attacking. That's kind of interesting. For our revelation. Sure. What do I want to discard? I guess I'll discard this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get back this and gain some amount of life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. I'm going to start with this, I think. I wonder if it's better just to play this and save this now. I think that's what I'm going to do. Uh, the gate, uh, this gate didn't trigger. We had a gate in play as well. We had two God-Pharaohs and one gate in play, and the gate we already had in play is the one that triggered, not the one that we got back from the Archangel of Sanctions. Sure, that's fine. No worries. You don't have to be sorry, man. Kind of wanted to draw a land there. Oh, that's kind of an interesting draw. So I can be greedy and play this. Or I can not be greedy and play this and then get back this. I think we're going to go for the greedy play. It can't be disallowed. It still has to be negate. All right. Playing your angel pre-combat gives you more life. Even play it with fabricate so you get value when it dies. He didn't let you win HP and destroy the gift. That's probably the why. Yeah, that's fair. We figured out the why on that. Well, we did it, boys. We played a friendly league. And we won like $11 or some BS. I'm opening the chest anyway because I don't care. Anyway, let's see how sad we get. 20 play points. I'm pretty sure that's a bulk mythic. So we're turning $9 into. Pretty sure that's bulk too, but I won't swear to that one being bulk. And last but not least, another 20 play points. So we got 40 play points and what probably amounts to 2 bulk rares. Anyway, so this was the 4th league we played for tonight. I cannot believe I have over 100 viewers, but unfortunately it is too late for me to continue going. So let's find somebody playing standard to host, and then I want to call it. Thank you for all the new followers. I'm sorry that I don't have any alerts or anything. Sorry about the poor play. It's literally 8 a.m. as you can see down here. So I have to apologize for that too. Anyway, so this guy's some Australian guy that was playing blue red control. Not sure how interested you guys are in it, but he's who I'm going to host. Follow if you don't mind. Stop back. I try to play pretty close to every night. What else is there to say? Oh, I have a Twitter down below. On the Twitter, there's a link to my YouTube. On the Twitter, I post all of my deck lists and I post every time I go live. There's technically a link to my YouTube, but it's irrelevant. Don't worry about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully we won't lose as much tomorrow as we did today. Ace, if I can acquire the cards, we might try to stream your black-green deck. But, yep, taking off. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Shit. Yes. As many times as I've typed this host crap, I still mess it up every single time. And